Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Wednesday, July 16th, 2025 meeting of the Lake Havasu City Planning and Zoning Commission. Would you please rise and join me for the pledge? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And Madam Secretary, would you please call the roll?
Commissioner Susanna Ballard.
Present.
Commissioner Joan DeZuro.
Here.
Commissioner Paul Lair.
Here.
Vice Chair Tiffany Wilson.
Here.
Commissioner Lonnie Stevenson. Here. Chair Jim Harris.
Here.
Commissioner Gabrielle Medley. Commissioner Mary Costa. Here. Commissioner J.P. Thornton. Commissioner Fillonette.
And seeing as we have one vacancy on the board today, how about if Ms. Costas, would you come up and join us? Fill Ms. Medley's spot. And Mr. Gilbert, correspondence and announcements. Or is Mr. Kearns doing that today?
Apologies on that. I had to switch out an item on the PowerPoint. On July 8th, the Lundy minor GPA and the rezone were approved by City Council. Last week, our consultant team on our PowerPoint or on our general plan amendment update, we had 2 workshops, and there were approximately 50 to 60 people attending. There were some duplicates. Some people came back for both days, which was great, but the total count was in that range. Got a lot of good information from everybody that the consultant's going to use when preparing the next step of the plan. The next event that's planned is this Saturday, back to school event, health fair at the Aquatic Center. And one of our staff members with one of our consultant team members will be present to address families there at that event. So that's the next step. And on September 17th, tentatively, we're going to be providing a staff update to the Planning Commission on a more in-depth update on the general plan progress. That's all I have.
Okay, thank you. Minutes of the last meeting. Are there any corrections, additions, deletions to the minutes of the last meeting?
Mr. Chair, we got to do selection of chair before.
Oh, before that?
Yes.
Okay, then the next item on the agenda is the selection of officers. And at this point, I will entertain a motion a nomination for chairperson.
Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chair.
Yes.
The first agenda item for today's meeting is the annual selection of the commission chair and vice chair in accordance with the Development Code and the Lake Havasu City Boards and Commissions Handbook. The chair and vice chair are chosen by the commission. Thank you to the current chair and vice chair for serving for the past year. The selections will be done as 2 separate items. The commission will begin by selecting the chair first with the following process. The chair will ask for nominees. The commission members will provide nominations. Once nominations are complete, a member may make a motion to nominate a member for chair. Only one motion can be active at a time. A second will be required. If the motion is not seconded, the motion fails and another motion can be made. Before voting, the chair will ask the nominee if they're willing to accept the nomination. If accepted, voting will be done through the vote cast system. If the vote fails, another motion may be considered and will follow the same process. And then the process will be completed for the vice chair following the selection of the chair and will follow the exact same process. I will now turn over to you, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chairman.
Thank you for that outline, Mr. Gilbert. So at this point, I'll entertain nominations for the chairperson.
Mr. Chair, I'd like to nominate Jim Harris to re-elect as chairman.
I'll second.
Okay, we have a nomination by Ms. Ballard and a second by Mr. Laird.
Nope.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ms. Zuro, to nominate Jim Harris for chairperson again. Is there any discussion on the item? All right, let's call for the question. You guys. Are we doing this on the VoteCast thing?
The motion to select Jim Harris as chair passes 7-0.
Yes, I might it again. Thank you for your confidence. Okay, I'll entertain nominations for vice chair. Is there anybody who would like to nominate a vice chair?
Mr. Chairman,
Ms. Ballard.
I would like to nominate Tiffany Wilson to continue as vice chair.
Okay, we have a nomination by Ms. Ballard, a second by Mr. Thornton to nominate Tiffany Wilson as vice chair once again. Is there any further discussion on the item? Hearing none, let's call for the question.
The motion to select Tiffany Wilson as vice chair passes 7-0.
And congratulations, Ms. Wilson. All right. Minutes of the last meeting. Are there any additions, deletions, corrections to those minutes by commissioners? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to approve.
And make
Ms. Wilson.
a motion to approve the minutes from the last meeting.
I'll second.
We have a motion by Ms. Wilson, a second by Ms. Zero to approve the minutes of the last meeting. Is there any further discussion on the item? Hearing none, we'll call for the question.
The motion to approve the minutes passes 7-0.
Okay, let me start out by saying that this is a public hearing and there is a structured order to this proceeding. The city staff will present each item. There will be time for the commission to ask questions of the staff, and then the applicant will have the opportunity to present their case to the commission. That being done, we will then open the proceeding to the public for their questions and input. I would ask that anyone of the public that wishes to speak limit their trips to the podium and microphone to one only. Keep all comments to less than 3 minutes and to stay on point and not discuss subject matter that is not pertinent to the decision being considered here today. After public testimony is taken, I will then close the public hearing and bring the motion back to the table for city staff's exceptions and conditions of approval, discussion amongst the commission, and eventually a motion to approve or disapprove. And I thank you in advance for your cooperation. The first item on today's agenda is excuse me a second. It is a request by Mojave Community College this is item number ID 254862. A request by Mojave Community College to unify its zoning with a rezone of 720 Enterprise Drive, Tract 141, amended Block 7, Lot 1, 1977 Acoma Boulevard West, Tract 144, amended Block 2, Lot 4, 2007 and 2013 Chaparral Drive, Tract 2199, Block 1, Lots 1 through 3, 15.29 acres from General Commercial District C2, Light Industrial District L1, and Limited Multifamily District R3 to Public Lands and Facilities Districts P1. Mr. Gilbert, your presentation, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. As the heading that you just read states, Mojave Community College has their 15 acres scattered among several zoning districts. And The subject property is 15.29 acres consisting of multiple parcels addressed at 720 Enterprise Drive, 1977 Acoma Boulevard West, and 2013 Chaparral Drive, and all are owned and or used by the Mojave Community College for their educational activities. The subject properties are zoned into 3 different districts at the present, making planning for future growth on their properties difficult with so many districts, all with different standards and requirements. To the west is light industrial, the south general commercial, the east more light industrial, and the north has multifamily and limited multiple family. The requested zoning is in conformance with the underlying land use categories of the general plan. Really, that's all there is to this particular case. The college is gearing up to do some improvements over the following years, and it makes it extremely difficult when their planning has to accommodate 3 different zoning districts instead of a single one for public facilities, which would be normal for that type of use. Mr. Chairman, that completes my staff report.
Okay, are there any questions of staff by commissioners? Anybody at all? Okay, is the applicant present? Would you like to make a brief presentation, please?
Good morning, Mr. Chairman and all the council commission members. My name is Rob Sampson with Selberg Associates. I'm fighting a little flu bug here, so my voice isn't what it normally is. I'm sorry. Truth be told, Mr. Gilbert covered this completely. There's nothing sinister about what we're trying to do here. We just want to make this into one complete zoning district. The college is looking at multiple improvements to improve their offerings to the citizens of Lake Havasu and beyond, and we just want to make sure that we're able to move forward complying with Lake Havasu City's zoning districts in the future.
Thank you. Any questions of the applicant, commissioners? Thank you, Rob. Okay, I'd like to open this item up to the public. Is there anybody in the public that wishes to speak on this item? This is a public hearing. Anybody at all? Seeing none, I'll go ahead and close the public hearing portion and bring it back to the table for staff's, I'm going to say recommendations, but conditions, if you will, please.
Mr. Chairman, staff has no conditions for code compliance with this particular case. It's just a straight rezone, and there's no projects or anything at present that are related to it, but it's to prepare for future efforts, which may or may not come before you in the future.
All right. Thank you very much. All right. We're at the table for discussion and or a motion. Are there any commissioners that'd like to make a motion or any discussion? Anybody? Ms. Wilson.
I make a motion to approve the request of 254862 to the City Council for a rezone of 720 Enterprise Drive, Track 141, amend Block 7, Lot 1, 1977 Acoma Boulevard West, Track 144, amended Block 2, Lot 4, 2007 and 2013 Chaparral Drive, Track 2199, Block 1, Lots 1 through 3, from General Commercial District, Light Industrial and Limited Family District to Public Lands and Facility District.
Okay, we have a motion by Ms. Wilson. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion by Ms. Wilson, a second by Ms. Ballard to approve ID 25-4862 as stated. Any further discussion on the motion? Hearing none, let's call for the question.
The motion to recommend approval passes 7-0.
Congratulations and good luck. All right, the next item on today's agenda is ID 254863. It is a request for a plan development rezone and general development plan of 2415 and 2425 Kiowa Boulevard North, tract 2182, block 8, lots 1 and 2, from limited commercial North Kiowa Overlay District, C1/NK-O, district to a limited commercial North Kiowa Overlay Plan Development, and that's C1/NK-0, OPD district, to increase the allowed outdoor storage height from 6 feet to 10 feet and to allow the outdoor storage area to exceed the area of the primary building. Mr. Kearns, your presentation, please.
Morning, Chairman, Commissioners. The subject properties measure 0.76 acres. Lot 2 is currently developed with Havasu Turf Pro's existing operation, and Lot 1 is undeveloped and located on Kiowa Boulevard North between Catalina Drive and Hillview Drive. The abutting property to the east is zoned limited commercial North Kiowa Overlay and is currently vacant. The properties to the north and west are zoned limited multifamily R3 district and developed with a mixture of two-family residential and multifamily residential uses. The general plan designates this area as commercial mixed use. The applicant's letter of intent requests to allow outdoor storage materials to be stored 10 feet high and allow the outdoor storage area to exceed the area of the primary structure. Beside the exceptions requested, the project complies with the required findings of the Development Code. This item will be heard at the August 12th City Council meeting. I'll be happy to answer any questions, and the applicant is also here today.
All right. Any questions of staff by commissioners? Hearing none. Is the applicant present? Would you like to make a brief presentation? All right. Thank you very much. Okay, I'll open it up to the public. This is a public hearing. Is there anybody in the audience that wishes to speak on this item? Anybody pro or con? Seeing none, I'll go ahead and close the public hearing portion, bring it back to the table for staff's conditions of approval.
The recommended conditions from staff is 1, the development of the property shall substantially match the general development plan. 2, the two properties shall be combined into one property prior to design review approval. 3, the perimeter fence shall be an 8-foot tall concrete masonry units wall. 4, the existing driveway located on Lot 2 shall be shared future access for properties to the east. And 5, building permits and design review for compliance with city codes are required prior to development of the property. This concludes staff's conditions.
Thank you, Mr. Kearns. Does the applicant have any concerns or issues with the conditions? Seeing none. All right. Then we'll bring it back to the table for discussion and or a motion by commissioners.
I have a question.
Ms. Ballard.
I need an explanation of the outdoor storage area to exceed the area of the primary building. In what respect would that exceed?
Please state your name for the record.
I'm Mike Morris. I'm the general manager of Havasu Turf Pros.
Is your microphone on there?
It's on green.
Okay, that's
Is it
good.
on?
That's
Maybe I
good.
didn't speak long enough. What was the question one more time?
The asking is to allow the outdoor storage area to exceed the area of the primary building. An explanation.
Okay, so basically what we sell is artificial turf, pavers, stacker block, things like that. Artificial turf rolls are 15 feet in length. So as far as storage, as our business is growing, the storage of those rolls is going to exceed the size of the 1,500 square foot building, if that makes sense.
Would they not be stored exterior?
They're stored outside.
Mr. Chairman, if I may.
Mr. Kearns, yes, go ahead.
So the North Kiowa overlay was added in accessory outdoor storage back in the early 2000s. This building is much older than that. So normally C1 properties don't get any outdoor storage allowance, but the North Kiowa overlay does allow accessory outdoor storage, but they're limited to being smaller than the size of the primary building to make it accessory and not a primary. So with their operation and the size of their building, they can't expand their storage without coming here to ask for the exception.
I understand now. Does that answer your question? They've got a pretty good chunk of vacant property there that probably exceeds the size of the building, and they want to be able to use it all, basically.
That's correct. Yep.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Appreciate the clarification. All right, any further discussion? We are at the table for discussion and or a motion, commissioners. Anybody? Mr. Lair?
Mr. Chairman, I move to recommend approval of land use request 254862 to the City Council for a rezone of 720 Enterprise Drive. Sorry? Oh, goodness. Okay. How does that? Okay, thank you. It's not updated. Yeah. Good catch. Thank you. Okay. I move to recommend approval of land use action number 254863 to the City Council for a planned development rezone and general development plan of 2415 and 2425 Kiowa Boulevard North, tract 2182, block 8, lots 1 and 2, from limited commercial North Kiowa overlay district to limited commercial North Kiowa overlay planned development district to increase the allowed outdoor storage height from 6 feet to 10 feet and to allow the outdoor storage area to exceed the area of the primary building with conditions for code compliance.
A second.
Okay, we have a motion by Mr. Lear and a second by Ms. Zero to approve ID 254836 as stated. Any further discussion on the motion? All right, let's call for the question.
The motion to recommend approval passes 7-0.
All right. That concludes our regular items on the agenda. Next is the call to the public. If there's anybody in the audience that wishes to address the commission on any subject whatsoever, now is the time. Anybody at all? Seeing none, I'll go ahead and close the call to the public. And future meetings, Mr. Gilbert.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Before I get to that, I want to restate what I said earlier for the benefit of anyone watching. We have the health fair coming up at the Aquatic Center this weekend, and our general plan consultants will be there. So I encourage anyone who can to attend and find out what we're doing with the advancement of our general plan update and provide input. We're open to input from anyone that wants to provide that. Next meeting will be August 6th, 2025. We do have a case that will be on that. And it looks like the August 22nd meeting will officially be canceled. We have no cases to go for it. I know that we had been checking to see if there was some availability from you guys for that meeting, just in case for a case. But it looks like that's going to be postponed anyway into September now. So that meeting will stay canceled.
All right.
So I hope that's relieves everybody a little bit.
Vacation time.
Yep, that's all I got. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kearns. And that concludes our meeting. We stand adjourned.